It's currently 10:15 p.m. and I don't usually film at this time. Today we have something very important to talk. I just listened to this podcast when I was in gym, and it's very important. And the concept they talked in that podcast was something amazing. I found something amazing when I listened to that podcast. It was a podcast of Rich Roll. He's a podcaster. He was featuring Andrew Huberman. If you don't know who is Andrew Huberman, he's a neuroscientist. He also runs a podcast. But anyways, they talk about how to change our brain. They talk about how our mood causes us to procrastinate, how our mood causes us to change in behavior. And this is very important because in a day we say that, okay, I'll complete this task, but by the end of a day it's very obvious to feel that, oh, I said I'll do this task today and I didn't complete it, or I didn't work on it, and we quote it as, oh, I procrastinated today. Again, procrastination. But the reality is, it's not that procrastination is stopping us to do that work. It's our mood which is stopping to do that work. So it's our mood which is causing us to not take action. So in this video we'll talk about how our mood causes us to procrastinate, which is very important, how to avoid this is much more important, and how can we take action instantly so that we don't procrastinate. There is a trick, there is a way. We'll be talking in the video later.
I really think that if neuroscience has anything to offer, the sooner that the human species can start to understand that our feelings and our thoughts and our memories and all that is very complicated, but that when behaviors are very concrete and they are the control panel for the rest of it, and understanding something fundamental to biology, which is that adrenaline response was designed to move us, not to keep us stationary. He uses behavior as the way to shift sensation, perception, feelings, and thoughts. He understands how to run that program in the right direction. Whereas most people, when they don't like what they feel, they start negotiating sensation, which will never work. They start trying to control their perception, which is hard, right? They're like, I'm not gonna think about that, or I'll think about it differently. Very hard to control the mind with the mind. Thoughts are complicated, so he just goes immediately to action. I don't want to relegate perception, they're extremely important. But when it comes to wanting to shift the way that you function, to get better, or to perform better, or to show up better, or to move away from things like addictive behaviors, it's absolutely foolish for any of us, me included, to think that we can do that by changing our thoughts first. It's behavior first, thoughts, feelings, and perceptions follow.
Mood follows action.
Mood follows
This has
action.
like been my mantra forever, and I swear by it.
Actually, the way to control our nervous system and feel the way we want to feel is to run that backwards. Behavior, thoughts. So if you change your behavior, then generally your thoughts, your feelings, and your perceptions change.
Yeah.
And everyone tries to come at it from the other end.
People think when we change our thoughts, when we change our feelings, when we change our emotions, the way we feel, then we'll be able to change our behavior. But that doesn't happen in the most of the time. We feel like, okay, when I become much more positive, when I feel to do this task, then I'll do this task. But in reality, that doesn't happen. The more we try to convince ourselves that when my mood gets good, when I try to change my mood and my mood gets good, then I'll do this task, the more imperfect our action gets. Because it's very hard to change our thoughts and it's very hard to change our mood. And the more we think that, okay, whenever I'll feel right, I'll take action, then we won't take action. And how can we change our mood so that we can take action? The best way to change our mood is to change our behavior. Best way to change our mood is to take action. Because once we start to take action, then our thought process, feelings, emotions, everything gets changed. It's the action that changes our mood. You need to understand this. The mood that you have at the current moment is not created by your body. It's not created by you. It's the mind who creates the mood to do that task. And why does mind create the mood? Because it does not want to step into the unknown. It does not want to do something which is discomfort to do. So the best way is to take action instantly. People do it other way. They think once they change their thoughts, then they'll be able to take action, but usually that does not happen. How to take action in such a way that we don't procrastinate? This is the main question, right? Because there is also a rule to take action. Not rule, you can take action anyways, but there is a certain way. If you take action, then you'll be much more productive. And how can we do that? Is by using 5 minutes rule. And this is what I use every time. There'll be some days where I need to complete some important task. This important task I need to complete that day. Now what happens is, if it's important task to do, then it will be difficult to do. So once the thing is difficult to do, now my mind starts to say that, oh, I don't have mood to film this video today, I don't have mood to do this task today, so let's do it tomorrow. Now you tell your mind that I'll just do this task for 5 minutes. Whether you feel like, whether you don't feel like, just say your mind that I'll just do this task for 5 minutes. You push your boundaries to take action, because you need to understand that your mood won't change until you take action. And if you said I'll just do this task for 5 minutes, now your mind will be like, okay, just 5 minutes, let's do it. Because 5 minutes is very less time for it. And as soon as you start to do that thing, as soon as you start to do that task for 5 minutes, now you'll create a momentum. And now the fun begins, because once you start to create a momentum, then what happens is you'll get sense of accomplishment and you'll feel like, oh, I did the task that I was avoiding to do. Your brain will be like, okay, I did something that I was procrastinating to do. I did some hard things, tough things. Now you'll get sense of accomplishment, and that sense of accomplishment is the motivation, and that motivation will lead you to do furthermore work done, and the cycle continues. So just say, I'll just do this task for 5 minutes, whether you feel like, whether you don't feel like. Just say for 5 minutes without saying anything, get to the desk and start to do that task. When I didn't feel like filming this video, I won't say like, I'll film this video completely. I'll just say to my mind that I'll just take an initial step. I'll just put my tripod in front of me. I'll just put my camera in front of me, and I'll try to talk in front of camera for 5 minutes. And now 5 minutes has turned into 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it'll go more. Now I have a feeling that, okay, you know what? I'll film more 2 videos. See, this is the inspiration that you get. You do tasks for 5 minutes, that builds momentum, and you get sense of accomplishment because you do tough things. And you want to do that thing more and more and more. So if I rely on my mood and I will think, okay, when my mood changes, then I'll make videos, then I'll never make videos because my mood never gets changed, because it's my mind which is creating my mood. It's the mind which is not trying to do the things that is discomfortable to do. You need to understand that always mood follows action. If you take action, if you change your behavior, your thought process, your feelings, your emotions, everything gets changed. How can I take action? By taking small steps.
And this is really the holy grail of neuroscience, is how can I modify my brain? Well, you modify it by placing yourself into discomfort and using that as a propeller to move you into action.
Most of the people have this question like, how can I change my brain? How can I modify my brain? And the best way to change your brain is to jumping into discomfort. The best way to change your brain is to jumping into the unknown, because unknown is scary. And once you jump into the scary, then you have to take action. You have to propel towards taking action. And here's the fun part. You need to understand this. If something is discomfortable to do, if something gives you discomfort and you try to do that thing, then your mind grows. You grow. You find yourself when you do something which is hard to do, which is discomfort to do. So please, please, please do things that is hard to do, the things that is difficult to do, because once something is difficult to do, then you start to find your real yourself. You start to find real you. Okay? You start to see your potentials, you start to see how much you can accomplish, and you'll be addicted to that. You'll be addicted to that change. Before you'll be procrastinating, you'll be saying, oh, I don't want to do this thing. And once you take action, once you jump into that discomfort, then you realize that if you take action, then you can achieve so much things in life. And now taking action will be your habit, because the joy that you'll get, the happiness that you'll get by taking action, by completing the things that's in your list will be immense. So the best way to change your brain pattern, I discussed, I think of it more, but the best way to change your brain pattern is to change your behavior, is to take action, is to jump into discomfort. There's also proof that in neuroscience, they say that when you do something which is tough to do, then your brain grows, really it grows. Because when something is tough to do, again your mind tries to stop you because it's uncomfortable, but you push your mind, you go against your mind and say, you know what, I'll do this thing. Then your mind says, oh, he did something which I stopped him to do. And now your mind stores new information in your brain and it grows. I may put a clip here if I found that clip.
When people do something they don't want to do, like add 3 hours of exercise per day or per week, or when people who are trying to diet and lose weight resist eating something.
Right.
When people do anything that they, and this is the important part, that they don't want to do.
Right.
It's not about adding more work, it's about adding more work that you don't want to do.
Yes.
This brain area gets bigger.
Yep.
And all the data point to the fact that we can build this area up, but that as quickly as we build it up, if we don't continue to invest in things that are hard for us, that we don't want to do, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex shrinks again.
Yep.
Because it's that I don't want to do something, but do it anyway.
That's right.
That grows this area. And
If you don't know Andrew Huberman, please check his channel. Again, please listen to this kind of podcast. It will help a lot. It changed my thought process. Now from next time when I'm procrastinating, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly how to tackle with my mood. How? By taking action. How can I take action? By taking small steps. I won't say that, okay, I'll film this video completely. Okay, when I didn't feel like filming this video, I won't say like, I'll film this video completely. I'll just say to my mind that I'll just take an initial step. I'll just put my tripod in front of me. I'll just put my camera in front of me and I'll try to talk in front of camera for 5 minutes. That's it. So take small steps, take action, don't rely on mood, don't rely on motivation. Take action. Action follows mood, action follows motivation. If you take action, everything is gonna change for you. You'll accomplish everything. So take action. If you have watched till now, thank you for watching. I guess it's 45, 10:45. I talked a bit more, I guess. So thank you for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe and like button. It helps to boost this YouTube algorithm. And yeah, if you haven't checked my weekly newsletter, the link is in the description. Every week I'll send you email. From this week, I guess I'll start my email. So thank you for watching this video. Until next time, take care. Bye bye. See you.